Well, officially day 2 of Sema, really day 4 since we've been in Vegas. So far, morning's been going a little bit slow. Just had to run back all the way up, I don't know, way too many floors to get the valet ticket that I forgot. And yes, for those of you wondering, we are still driving the rental Tahoe. I guess we call this Sema Tahoe number 2. I did get word back from the dealer. It is not good news. I think that's going to be a whole separate video, but I'm trying not to think about the fact that my truck is sitting dead in a dealership right now. And let's just go enjoy Sema. So one of the things I really wanted to hit on while we were at the show is all of the new 2020 GM trucks, whether it be the GMCs or the Chevys, because it's kind of the first place you ever really get to see them in person with all the new lift kits that are rolling out. And obviously some of these lift kit companies, it's not a super giant redesign of their original product to make it fit on the newer frames and newer bodies. But like I said, I wanted to show all the new options out there. That way, if any of you guys are in the market for the new GM trucks, you will be able to kind of gauge what they look like lifted, whether it be, you know, a moderate lift or something insane, crazy Sema. So we're gonna walk around today, see if we can find some stuff to look at. We've got Chris.
What's up, bud?
We got Mark. Mark, say hi, buddy.
Jersey boy.
There you go. All the way out from Jersey. You had a long drive. You had a long drive.
48 hours.
So the black and white F450 that we looked at yesterday, he was actually a part of the crew. One of the boys, they trailered it all the way out from the East Coast. That was a fun one.
It was a tough ride, but we made it. I'm pumped. Finally got to meet my boy here 4 years later.
That is true. He was one of the OG Work For It customers. We've been talking for years. I think we got our trucks around the same time, right?
Yeah.
So even though we're speaking 2020 Chevys, one of the companies out there that really got me interested in the F450s that we're looking at right now is Kelderman, because of the ruby red F450 that they did, I think, last year. But we just so happened to find a beautiful 2020 in the Kelderman booth right now. We've got David. David is the owner of this awesome truck. David, can you give us a walk around, brother?
Yeah, you know, it's got the 68 Kelderman rear, Kelderman front. We got a 7 and 9. Of course, we got 28 American Force wheels on it. And we're able to run 40s on this kit. We got her turned up and sneaking some 40s. But obviously, the most important thing is the new Kelderman front bumper. All new design, obviously, with this new 2020 we had to come out with.
The new grills are tough to build bumpers for.
Oh, exactly. I mean, they sit out a little farther than the stock bumper, and I mean, they're almost impossible. Like these grills, if anybody's taken one apart, to know that this whole front clip comes off just to get at the bumper. I mean, There's so much more to it than
well, I imagine
your
even
average.
Changing a headlight has got to be the biggest pain in the world.
Out, yeah.
Don't you love new vehicles?
Knows the plastic clips?
Yep.
Yeah, they're a deal.
Just have a whole gallon of those sitting around.
Exactly. You better have a backpack full.
Right? Who did your headlights for you?
So Knockout Customs out of Indiana did the headlights. Shipped them those. Obviously, you can see they're smoked black. They're like a satin black.
Well, I like that you didn't go crazy with them. They're just super, super clean.
That was the whole thing with this build. Keep everything clean and subtle. I mean, yeah, there's a couple other 2020s out there. They're pretty obnoxious and lots of big color and bling, but let's make this, and this is actually going to be my daily driver.
Nice.
So building this into something normal.
I mean, to give you guys kind of a reference, I'm 6 foot. This sits about as high as my truck sits with a 14-inch lift on it. So you can tell these new body styles are just absolutely massive.
Oh, I mean, there's the fender wells alone. I mean, guys are putting a leveling kit on these and getting 37s. Why? Yeah, it's ridiculous. When you have a 9-inch lift, if you can have a 37 with a level, think about it, everybody. 9-inch lift, 40s.
So like it's good to know, to where everybody's going to be wanting to buy lift kits for it and knowing the wheel and tire size combo that you can fit.
Right. I mean, I like you said, like you haven't seen many guys putting 40s on them. Everybody that has 37s, yeah, they probably don't rub. My 40s, like obviously, everybody's gonna say, oh, they rub. Yeah, lock to lock. Yeah, they're gonna rub. Pull in the Taco Bell parking lot, you know they're gonna rub.
Right. So what do we got with the deck going on in the back there?
Yeah, you know, with the snowmobiles, we got a deck on there. It's fully Line-X deck. Line-X of Jamestown hooked it up with a caliber glide to match the truck with the black and gray. But obviously, of course, We got the Polaris snowmobiles, like that's my thing. You know, I have the Polaris RMKs on the top.
I have a feeling you're a professional snowmobile racer.
Yeah, that's the.
Is that what you do?
That's the deal. Yeah,
Awesome,
yeah.
bro. Nice, dude.
With that, and obviously have the sleds way up there. You gotta have the Kellerman air ride to flip the switch, dump the bags, and load them up.
How long and how steep is your ramp? Because obviously,
It's a 12-foot ramp. I mean, when you drop this thing all the way down, I mean, they're pretty simple. I mean, they're like, it's just your simple ramp that comes down and you pull your.
Gotcha. So
pull your
two-piece
ramp
ramp.
out. Yeah, like folds out.
Nice.
But yeah, I mean, they're no big deal.
And then I love that for whatever reason GMC decided to build an overcomplicated tailgate. Chevy makes one that doesn't get ruined when you lower it, and it goes back up, which is a nice
Exactly.
feature. Especially when you're trying to reach up underneath your sleds that are sticking off the back.
Right, exactly. Yeah, 'cause they obviously overhang pretty well.
Awesome, bro. Where can everybody find you if they want to follow your snowmobile career?
Snowmobile stuff, just DF36. That's there's a handle on IG. I mean, not cool like these guys with all the YouTube stuff, but maybe eventually we'll get there.
So we've been seeing a lot of Chevys lately. One of the few things we're not seeing as much of is the GMCs, and I'm starting to see kind of the difference in the wheel wells. I don't know like actual numbers on different size of wheel wells, being able to fit bigger tires or wheels, but we've got this beautiful GMC right here. Chris Freeman, the owner. Chris D. Freeman 1 on Instagram. I'm sure a lot of you guys know his truck or his previous truck builds. They've been pretty popular on the Instagram world, but this is his newest creation. So give us a walk around over here in the FTS booth.
So we just did the 1012 FTS kit on it. It's the first one ever built with a 4-link rear suspension. When it came to the wheels and tires, we weren't sure what to do because the new wheel wells. I went with the exact same wheel and tire setup I had on my 16 to see how it went, and we're going to adjust it accordingly.
So you can see, obviously, one issue everybody's been running into is being able to turn with Chevy's integrated mud flaps, but they had to trim and paint because obviously these come black from the factory, and they look so much better color match as well as the reflectors. But you're looking at that almost looks, I mean, it does look factory. So
Yeah,
the amount of trimming you guys were able to do and still make it look clean, because it's not like the old days where you can just remove that little mud flat piece. It's built into the actual fender flare, so it would look weird if it was missing.
That's correct, yeah. The other big thing is everybody's talking about these mirrors. They hate the mirrors. So when I was designing the truck, I said, man, how can we get rid of this mirror without showing it off? And so I decided just to paint the bottom piece and leave all this stock.
I
where
like
it
it.
just blends in and goes away. Pulled the axle out, we painted the axle, and this is the first 4-link on a 2020 ever done by Full Throttle. Then they changed the rear axle on the 2020, so we had no differential covers that we could go with, so we had to end up just chrome plating the factory stock one, which turned out fantastic.
Nice, yeah. Well, the one thing I like about your builds is you tend to do a lot of white and chrome.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's like, it's a classic look, it's a timeless look, but it can be done wrong. And you seem to, I've always been curious on how chrome holds up on the actual springs of the shocks.
So the deal is you have to dry it off. You detail the truck, don't use steam, clean it like normal, and you've got to blow it out and put it in. I mean, this stays in the air conditioning garage at my house. I was going to delete this step. My plan was to pull the bed off completely, take these off, body work all this in. But after I've seen the truck now, I'm actually happy with it.
It's a nice contrast. I've seen a lot of people have been painting them white, and I think, number one, it's not going to hold up.
Right.
White's never going to last even just on the painted surface alone, let alone the first time somebody set something on there or steps on it, it's done.
Exactly.
But being that the white black chrome, it's just such a clean look.
Another cool feature on it is this B&W hitch. It's the first one. This isn't released yet. So when the tailgate comes down, it actually clears it.
Were you nervous the first time you did it?
Very nervous.
Well, I'm glad to see that the aftermarket industry is actually picking up kind of for the slack of GM's weird engineering and design
Absolutely,
work.
yes. So we got full iPad in the dash. You have all your maps and everything that you want to use. On the 2020, you have a camera here for backup camera. Obviously, you don't have backup camera. We're using the iPad.
Right.
But this has a backup camera in the mirror.
Gotcha.
But all you have to do to get it out, flip it out, and now you have the factory screen back there to give you everything.
Nice.
That you have
I like that, because that's the one thing about trying to integrate everything into the iPads. Things get finicky.
Absolutely.
So to be able to retain it.
Yep.
Now we're making our way back into the more practical world here. We've got another 2020. This one is a GMC AT4. Chris, being an all-terrain owner, Chris, what do you think about the AT4s?
Something about a black truck, man. It's just super nice.
It is featuring our 6-inch kit, full replacement knuckle kit with it, but it's a non-NTD, what we call non-torsion drop. It is featuring our Black Diamond series, which is our premium brand suspension coming out in 2020. It does feature a full-on belly pan, full skid plate in the front. One of the main components up here on the front of this 2020 HD is King's off-road shocks. It's a 2.5-inch remote resi style shock. It does feature the kicker braces, adds a little more stability in the front. If you go to the back here, this is something new for us on this truck. It's actually a rear traction bar that is an adjustable rear traction bar. It also features the King 2.5 piggy style shocks for the rear, and your main rear components like your block and U-bolts.
I know this is coming out in 2020. Do we have an estimated price of the kit?
Price of the kit's going to be about $4,500 to $4,800.
So you guys can see these trucks just look so much better when you start to black all the little accent details, like the weird little fender lights that they had on there. Especially when you buy these in black, it starts to make all the black plastic stuff disappear, even though it is still like a matte textured plastic. It doesn't disappear fully. Looks like they are running 37-12-5 Mickey Thompson tires with some 20-inch fuel wheels, and y'all know how I feel about fuel. For some reason, they're running the Amp XL steps, even though this truck's only lifted 6 inches. I don't know why they're running the XL. Maybe they wanted to give it more like of a Nerf bar look. So while we're in the FTS booth, they've kind of got mild to wild, and I think it's safe to say the biggest 2020 that is here at SEMA is the FTS 2020, which is the truck you see behind me. It is on an 18 to 20 inch kit, currently set at 20 inches. They've got their custom upper control arms, as well as 2.5 shocks on this thing. For tires and wheels, they're running 42 by 16.5 30s. It's crazy to see how 30s have become like the new it wheel at SEMA. Last year was kind of like their first debut, and this year it's like everybody wants to run 30s. So one of the things that FTS does is they kind of keep it really clean, and they like to do a lot of chrome. So obviously black powder coat and chrome everywhere that you look. And then kind of like as we looked at Chris's truck, they are running their 4-link setup, which is just a massive setup, running 3.0 shocks on here. Again, everything's just been powder coated, polished, chrome, whatever they could touch on the truck, they touched. This is where they actually ended up painting the step, whereas it would normally be like the black textured plastic. So kind of like we talked on Chris's truck. Obviously, nobody's going to be stepping at this thing because, well, as you can see by me standing next to it, it's probably a solid 4 feet off the ground. I don't think too many people are jumping up there to climb up on it. And then hood height, I would say the hood is, I don't know, a solid foot and a half above my head. So here's something you don't typically see done with the HD trucks, and that is actually turning them into a pre-runner. So we're here in the BDS booth, and they have turned this 2020 Silverado HD into a pre-runner. And one thing I really like about these style of trucks is when they go with like the classic light bar setup, well, not light bar, but I guess light rack setup that was kind of common in the back in the old days, but they were obviously like HID lights or halogens in the very beginning. But using the newer style LED lights, that kind of fit that same look, so you can build an actual cage for them. I just really love that look. Looks like they fully color matched their bed liner to the orange theme that they're doing on the outside. They've got an awesome bed cage, spare tire mount, nice jack mount. Chris, are we turning your truck into a full pre-runner yet or what?
No.
No?
Maybe give mine away on the channel.
Oh, you're gonna give it away? That's really nice of you. What do we like?
You don't even need to buy a work for it. You don't even need to buy a work for it shirt. Yeah, just pick a comment.
Just pick a comment. You're gonna give your truck away?
Why not?
All right.
You don't get a pink slip, but get the truck.
Yeah, the bank's gonna be calling for their payment every month. I see the legs. I see the legs. I see it. We're coming up. It's Mark DeCola.
What's going on, buddy?
Dude, with the fresh new polo.
You like
buddy.
that?
Looking
Gotta
good,
look professional.
What's up, Ryan?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Obviously, everybody knows Mark DeCola. Probably one of the most generous guys in the Instagram world, just by the sheer amount of knowledge you share, essentially for free. Because all of the stuff that he could be doing on YouTube. And he does have a YouTube channel as well.
I am not too good on YouTube, I'll be first to admit. And I give you a lot of credit because it is a lot harder than
it's
you
not
think it is.
easy.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, he still does so many tutorials, so many walkthroughs on just his Instagram page alone.
Yep.
Is it on the MDD performance page as
That's
well?
the one, and then Mark_DeCola is the other one.
So both of those, you can learn how not to buy a forklift, how to do a ton of maintenance on your truck, and all kinds of stuff like that. Mark is probably one of the most generous guys in the industry because there's no money in posting Instagram stories.
Definitely not. And
So-
the sucky thing is they disappear, so it's like you kind of got to check it while it's there.
Yeah, so you do all that work for about a 24-hour time span. Hope
Yep.
everybody saw it. And then you got to filter through like probably 200 questions asking about what happened.
See, when you lay it out, I guess it seems like a terrible idea for me, doesn't it?
One of the things I really like about coming out to SEMA is it's really the only time that all of us from around the country who've been talking to each other on Instagram, text messages, whatever, for probably 4 or 5 years now.
Yeah, easily.
It's the one time that we can all come together. Me, Mark, Jack, Just met JW Montoya. I mean, just everybody that can come together. SEMA, it's like the one reason we kind of have to come out here.
I mean, the trucks are only half of it. The other half is just the amount of relationships you make, the people you meet, you can network with. It's the kind of people that you can't just like fly one day and go see this guy and go see that guy. Like everyone all can join into one place, and that's what makes it so worth the trip.
And then honestly, I get so wrapped up in talking to everybody because, you know, I haven't seen Mark in a year. So I get so wrapped up in that type of stuff that it's almost hard to remember, like, we got to film videos while we're here.
Yeah.
So it all kind of becomes a big cluster, and hopefully by the end of the day I've got somewhat of enough footage to put together a video for you guys. All right, so we've migrated now to the Banks after party. I mean, we got the heavy hitters here. Look at what's going on. Everybody's been looking for you, bro. Everybody's been looking for you on YouTube.
Everybody's been looking for you.
We're vlogging the vlog. Look at all the MVPs right here, boys. Oh my God. Let's go.
So we've kind of shifted over to nighttime here. One truck that I didn't talk about is this beautiful Chevy we got right behind us. And I'm telling you guys, the more you see these things on massive lifts, the trucks already sit taller as it is. They look good. And I'm glad to see like bumper companies are starting to really follow the contour lines of the grille. I don't necessarily know if I like how short and skinny this bumper is from Bodyguard, but looks like he's running a bulletproof lift kit on some, let's see, it's dark over here, 40, 15.5, 24s American trucks with 2Xs, wheels, giant traction bars. And then they kind of figured out the issue we've been talking about with the steps, and I know it's dark and hard to see, but they color matched the lower portion of the step and the little plastic piece that goes around it, but left the part that you're actually going to step on, the black plastic, because in all honesty, that's what's going to hold up the best versus painting it. But if I would have to guess, being bulletproof standard is about a 12-inch lift kit, this would be a 12-inch lift kit, and you can see, again, just how much taller these trucks sit than, say, our GMCs that we currently have right now, that body style. So while we were over here, we just happened to be next to the flog booth, and now we can kind of check out all the lighting that they got going on underneath the truck here. This thing looks absolutely beautiful, daytime and nighttime. I heard the audio lights up too, right?
It does. We can light it up.
Well, let's see it. We just got to keep Wes away from the knobs because Wes has been playing DJ all day, pissing off the WD-40 booth back there.
I'll keep the bass low so we don't have a...
Wait, Wes is over here on these knobs like he's a freaking DJ.
Hey, he gave me control. I took over, you know. He wasn't complaining.
Sure. Yeah. Only WD-40 back there was complaining because we were bumping all the music right towards.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, hey.
There we go. All right, now we got the color change
RGB going on.
Nice.
Oh, that looks killer.
That's the party, bro. The party right here.
That is
Does
the
it?
party.
Will it change to the the beat of the music? Like
It is connected to do that.
Oh.
Well, we just rolled out of the Banks party. We got more additions to the crew. I'm telling you guys, I love coming out to SEMA, getting to hang out with everybody, especially our VIP right now, Mark DeCola.
Pennsylvania.
yeah.
What is that?
Gang.
So with that, guys, we're going to wrap up this video as always. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have not subscribed already, please click the subscribe button now that you do not miss out on any future content. Don't forget to give this video a like, aka a thumbs up. Don't forget to check out workforapparel.com because if there's anything you want in this life, you got to be willing to
Work for it.
You guys are the best.
Roll the outro.
Damn. Yeah.